When is it okay to stop paying student loans? I'm going to answer that question in this video. Today I'm shooting this video because I read an article today that was published in the USA Today, at least on their website, and the headline is, when is it okay to stop paying student loans? Now the idea, of course, in the article is perhaps you should stop paying your student loans and start paying credit card debt. Well, I want to just talk about that because I think this is a source of very poor information, and you can get yourself into trouble not paying your student loans. Not criminal trouble, I don't mean it that way, but if you don't pay your student loans and you end up in financial trouble, you're not going to be able to discharge those, but you could discharge those credit card loans. The folks I deal with end up with a lot of credit card debt, as most Americans, candidly, and they have student loans. And we go into bankruptcy, they have fought the credit card debt battle, usually for a number of years. And what they've done is they've gone to the student loan and said, look, can I get a deferment? Can I get a deferment? Sometimes they even enroll part-time in a college to get a deferment so that they don't have to pay the student loans. And the idea is that if they're not calling me, life must be good. Well, here's the problem. Those student loans continue to accrue interest over and over and over. If you fail to make payments and you're not in deferment, they will also accrue penalties. There are some specific student loans that once you're on deferment, they don't accrue interest, but that's a very limited number. And I'm not sure that you would know that because it's not widely publicized. So when you read an article like this one that says it's okay to stop paying student loans but pay your credit card debts, remember that if you end up in a bankruptcy case, you can discharge the credit card debt, but you cannot discharge your student loans. And so the question then is, well, should I pay my credit cards or should I pay my student loans? Well, two things. First, if you're a teacher or you're one of those groups of people that can get a discharge of your student loans, that is a wipe the slate clean of your student loans, once you pay 120 scheduled payments, that's 10 years, by the way. Once you pay 120 scheduled payments, you get a discharge of those student loans, not in bankruptcy, but from the government. You need to get on that program and stick with it, because most likely you're not going to be able to pay off that debt in 10 years. The money is too high. And so if you're one of that group of people, and you should know who you are, but if you don't know who you are, find out. If you're in that public service arena, particularly like a school teacher, be sure you get on a plan and you pay the payments. You have to have 120 of them, and they have to be timely, and they have to be the amount agreed. So be sure that you do that. Even if you get on an income-defined payment plan, make sure and pay those, because you want to get 120 of those, because you want to wipe out that debt. Don't balance off your credit cards with your student loans. That's bad advice. And anytime you get that advice, that's bad advice. So don't pay credit cards and not pay student loans, because you can discharge your credit cards, but you cannot discharge the student loans. Now, I got a little excited in this video. Maybe I shouldn't have, but there's so much not known about the student loans, and there's so much misinformation out there. And I just hate it. I hate it when people get trapped in the student loan debt and they come in to see me and I can file a bankruptcy case for them, discharge their other debt, but debt that they've beat down because they've paid and paid and paid on it, and their student loans are just hanging out there, and now you're stuck with student loans. Don't quit paying your student loans. That's my message for you today. Regardless of what USA Today says, I'll just tell you, I deal with literally thousands of these cases over and over. Don't quit paying your student loans. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, would you go ahead and subscribe to our channel? And that way we can let you know when we publish other videos. We publish them all the time. Thanks much.